We have started the season 0-4, falling 52-7 against our rivals in Missouri. We would then travel to Akron and we would lose to them as well, 42-7. Next, the Hilltoppers would come make a visit and we lost to them without even scoring a point, 52-0. We would then lose our third straight game against UTEP, and after that, we're going to jump straight into the Western Michigan game. Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Louis Jazzcats Dynasty. We're going to be going through some of these the rest of the season pretty quick here as we are 0-4. As you see, Louis Fonseca getting a field goal there. Now we see quarterback Brock Lowry. He passed to Salike Williams there, and that's going to be a first down. Now it is going to be a play action pass. He's going to drop back. Brock Leary found his running back as a safety valve, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 26. That is running back Cole Cabana, who also runs it here. He has space, and that is going to be a Western Michigan Broncos touchdown. We see Jordan Maltese now. This is a screen pass, and we are going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. We couldn't on that possession, and we're just going to settle for the field goal again. 13-6. We're already in the third quarter as we see Brock Lowry hitting the seam. That is Kristen Leary for the Broncos touchdown. We're going to jump straight back into a Jazzcats drive late in the third quarter. We see a big scramble there from Jordan Maltese. Now it is going to be a handoff all the way to, I guess, the fringe red zone area. Now there's going to be another handoff there, and that will be a first down. Now another drop back. This time Jordan Maltese gets sacked and he fumbles it. That is going to be picked up by the Broncos. Brock Lowry here. Christian Leary again. He has the speed. He has the space. That is going to be another Broncos touchdown. We cannot stop the offense at all this game, and we would end up losing that game 34-14. These games very quick today. So we have our next game at Middle Tennessee, where we face the Blue Raiders and this high-powered offense. They have quarterback Roman Gagliano, running back Ricky Hunt Jr., and they have a good wide receiver in Miles Butler, which Gagliano targets here, and that is going to take him within the 5-yard line. Now we see Gagliano. He's going to hand it off to his back, but he gets stopped before the end zone. Trying to make a substitution here as Gagliano sneaks it into the end zone for a Blue Raiders touchdown. Back into the red zone for the Blue Raiders. They're going to hand it off. No, it is a play-action pass, and Otis Blues comes up the middle for a sack. That was a safety blitz, and Otis Blues beats everybody to sack Gagliano. That backs him up to about the 15-yard line. Gagliano has time. He escapes left, and he's going to have Green in front of him. And that last push there by a Jazzcats defender unfortunately pushes Gagliano across the line. And that is going to be a touchdown, Middle Tennessee State, as we already see them up 24-0 before halftime. We get it with about a minute and a half left. We see Maltese. He surveys the field. He's going to flip it to Amin Belfast, and that is going to be a gain of 6. A minute 10 left now, 2nd and 4. Another play, another pass. He's going to target his tight end down the middle of the field on the Seattle concept, but that is broken up as he gets hit as he throws. He has it again. He's running up the middle, and he's going to dive past the 50-yard line. 45 seconds left in the half. Maltese tries to escape left, but he gets caught from behind, maybe caught looking downfield when he should have been really trying to escape. He's going to escape this time though to the right, and that is going to be a gain. It will get him into 3rd and manageable. Now he targets his fullback out of the backfield, and that is going to be incomplete as we try this very long field goal, and Louis Fonseca converts 3 points on the day for the Jazzcats. We're going to get the ball back here in the middle of the third quarter after the Blue Raiders get a field goal. We're going to float it up, and that is going to be caught by DeLorean Hampton. He has 3 catches for 22 yards on the day. Now it is 4th and 1. We're going to go for it. And we get a mesh concept going, and that is another target to DeLorean Hampton, but it is broken up. Now, way later in the fourth quarter, we are down 40-3. This game was not our game as we try to force it down the hashes there. 2nd and 10. Jordan Maltese still in the game, seeing if we can get anything going. We're just going to hand it off there. And that is going to get it to 3rd and 6. Now we're doing, well, now we got Maltese scrambling to the right, and he's going to scramble towards the Jazzcats sideline. Under 3 minutes to go, 1st and 10. Maltese takes the snap. He's in shotgun. He's going to float it down the left sideline. That is a long way to throw a pass, but it is converted. 2nd and 10 after nothing on 1st down. We're going to float it down again, and it is intercepted this time. That is about it for this game as we lose 40-30. Cannot get anything going on offense. And it really makes you think, what do we have going for us for the rest of the season? We are ranked 2nd to last in Conference USA, only really ahead of our rivals in Missouri State, which we'll be, facing next episode. We are 0-6, they are 1-5, but somehow they are still below us in the standings. You also see Middle Tennessee State, the team that we just faced above us, and Western Kentucky, who we faced earlier this episode, a couple episodes ago. They're all the way up top. So our conference schedule is not looking good for us, and our conference standing is not looking good. And today we're going to be looking at a few prospects and actually watching their high school film. So we got Matt Abel here. He's a 4-star running back from Lee Summit, Missouri. And we are going to be traveling to Lee Summit today to hopefully, persuade him to be a Jazzcat. We are number 1 on his board right now, but we see Missouri is kind of climbing up there. So hopefully we watch him today. He comes in, we schedule a visit, and we can get him to be a Jazzcat. The other player we're going to see today is quarterback Dante Selvia. I'm not sure how he pronounces it yet. And he's going to be a 3-star from Chicago, Illinois. So we're going to watch 2 games each from these players today. But first, let's jump into Matt Abel. He is a more of an elusive back, but he has a good blend of power as well, as we see him running out on his high school field. He is obviously a 4-star running back, a running back that we would be lucky to have, would immediately step in and be one of the best players on our team. He is what is considered an elusive bruiser, 6 foot, 207 pounds, as he gets a gain of 1 on that play. Now we're going to stretch it to the right with Matt Abel, and he's going to find time, hit up the sideline, and that's where you kind of see his change of, direction. He can turn that corner and get up the sideline. He has enough speed for that. Now they're going to pitch it to him going left, but he cuts inside, and that is a gain of more than 10 on that carry. 1st and 10 for him. That's going to be a counter play. He's going to find time and find the space to get all the way out, and that is an amazing run. That is something that the Jazzcats have not seen for their offense at all this year, and Matt Abel is just showing his class against this defense in high school. Here he gets a handoff here, but he gets stopped, but it is still a 1st down for Lee Summit offense. It is a 10-10 game right now, so we'll see what Matt Abel can do as he abandons his assignment, but he still gets a gain of a few. Another handoff to here as this Lee Summit team kind of runs around him. He's going to juke and spin his defender out, but kind of still gets stuck in his track there. 3rd and 4, another handoff to him. He sheds a tackle. He jukes the guy and kind of does that combo spin again. And let me know if you guys really do enjoy this. Hopefully, if we got big, exciting prospects that we want to look at, I'm not against going to high school and watching them play. So here we're going to see Matt Abel on a pass play. It is 3rd and 5, but we don't convert, or Lee Summit doesn't convert, so that's going to be a punt there as we see Matt Abel now here catch a ball on the screen. He has okay catching that we've seen from his scouting. Obviously, he's going to be better than anything we got as we see his change of direction there. Let's see if he has enough speed to get it to the end zone, but he does not. they're losing by 3 right now, so hopefully we can see Matt Abel get a touchdown. As he sheds the tackle, he drags the defender into the end zone. We saw his elusiveness in the play before, and I think that's when we saw the bruiser aspect of his game. That was a very impressive drive by Matt Abel as he completely outruns all the defenders on that run to get to the outside. About 3.5 minutes left in this game for them. They're only up by 3, so they're going to run the clock out. 2nd and 2 for Matt Abel. He gets another handoff on the counter run, and his burst when he finds the hole is pretty impressive. He has me excited for when we can face him. Play with him. Hopefully not face him, but have him on our team. Here's an inside run from him, and he's going to kind of bounce around the line of scrimmage and get a good gain there. Now there's going to be a counter play with about 1:15 left, and we see Matt Abel just have the elusiveness to cut up the field, and probably could have taken that for a touchdown, but you do want to run out the clock. They've been running a lot of counter with Matt Abel as he has this, and he's going to run it into the end zone. And he's going to solidify that win for Lee Summit. As you see here, he's getting offers from all around the country. He is a 4-star running back, so that is something that we assumed, but hopefully him being close, you see our rival Missouri State give him an offer. Hopefully with him being close to St. Louis, we can, persuade him to be here. But what is not exciting is Missouri State or Missouri Tigers are giving him an opportunity to show them what he can do. So he's going to have a chance to prove to Missouri this game that he deserves to be a Tiger. Obviously, that is the team that we are going to lose a lot of these big prospects to, and we need to do what we can to recruit, as hard as we can in the early parts of the season before Missouri can really, have a chance to get these prospects as we see Matt Abel break a big game there. We did see in the last recent weeks that Missouri has shown interest in Matt Abel, so this is a recruiting battle that we're going to have to wrap up very quickly. We see Matt Abel just eating big chunks of yards here as they've been running outside the majority of this game. And he has the speed to get to the outside. He doesn't show it there, but he has the speed to get to the outside, turn the corner, and he's going to beat any of the the linebackers or the safeties to that corner. He's going to take it off the sideline once he has that hole. And this is going to be a play action pass by Lee Summit, but it is a sack, so they get, it's supposed to be a field goal, but apparently they did not convert. You see Matt Abel get the ball here again. They've pretty much only been handing off to him, but it is going to be a pass play this time. He is targeted, but he cannot catch the ball. It is kind of thrown at his feet. 3rd and 9. Ball comes his way as well, but it is not going to be caught, so he hit no drive goals that drive, but we see what we can do here as he takes it all the way to the outside again, and he's having success on outside runs in this game. It's going to be a pitch here for him. He's going to find the space again, running up the sideline, one man to beat, and he did stiff arm him, but down at about the 28. Another pitch here. He has space again, one man to beat this time. He's going to juke him out, and he's going to get down to about the 1-yard line. And one more pitch, hopefully, to finish off the drive, but the Dolphins or porpoises or killer whales were there to stop it. And this is going to be another outside run as Matt Abel tiptoes his way into the end zone. Here we see Matt Abel get the ball again on an outside run, and he is going to get a gain of 8. And there we're going to see him get the ball here, but he's going to be swallowed up into the backfield. And right before the clock runs out, it's going to be another handoff to him. And we see here after that game, he gets a scholarship from Illinois, Louisville as well, Minnesota. So he's getting some Big Ten schools and unfortunately an SEC school in Missouri. So they do give him the scholarship. Can we prevent him from going to Missouri. But no more Matt Abel for right now. Right now, we're going to look at Dante Salvia from Chicago, Illinois. He is a dual threat, and he plays for the Parkview Cougars. Looking kind of short there walking out. He is 6'1", 187, so decent size. Doesn't have to lie about his height on dating apps, but he is on the skinnier side of quarterbacks. Hopefully in his college career he can gain some weight. We see him on the speed option here. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to break it past the 35-yard line for the first down. After a false start penalty, he's going to pass it here. It's going to be all the way down the left sideline and broken up. Throwing that ball from the opposite hash, though, is pretty impressive, I will say. We're going to see him trying to find his receiver on the sideline after kind of running away from the pocket there, and is going to be incomplete. We've seen a little bit of bad habits already from him. He's going to bail right when he kind of didn't need to and try to chuck it down in double coverage, and it is broken up, looking to not be intercepted. There was 3 defenders there by the time the ball got there. Play action pass here. He's going to find his running back out of the flats, and he drops it. So maybe we see Dante Salvia kind of trying to do it all because his supporting cast isn't that good. We see the blocking breakdown immediately there for Parkview's offense, and unfortunately was not able to get the ball off. Here we see him kind of trying to test single coverage, but his arm strength was not on display there. Not sure if he's trying to throw a back shoulder ball or not. On the run again, he gets the ball out, but it's going to be incomplete and out of bounds. 3rd and 10, play action pass one more time. He throws it up as quick as possible, and it's going to be incomplete again. We're seeing his blockers kind of, his block is getting blown up very quick into the play, and I think that's what's causing some of his bad habits as he scrambles for the first down here. If you can't trust your blockers, you're not going to get your feet set. Here we see kind of a naked boot. He's going to float it, and that is going to be caught on the over route. That is a good play design there. It's kind of the same thing to the opposite side of the field now. He's going to pump fake it and flip it to his tight end for a gain of 5. That was a pretty impressive play. Maybe they found their bread and butter, kind of running a similar concept here again. This time, Dante's going to keep it, and it is a touchdown. His first touchdown we watched is a running touchdown. After that game, he got offers from Ball State, Buffalo, New Mexico State, Rice, and Houston, and our rivals, Missouri State, trying to steal all of our recruits. Here's the second Dante Salvia game of the day as we see him running onto his high school field. Coach has him running a couple screens here, so we're not going to see as much arm on display, but after his abysmal play in the pocket last week, maybe that's for the best, but this time he gets sacked. It is going to be an offsides penalty. 2nd and 4. That's a pump fake from Dante, and he's going to find on a curl route his tight end there for the first down. We would like to see him take less risks. You want to take calculated risks as a quarterback. That is going to be a swing pass for the first down. Here we see motion, play action. Dante Salvia pocket is broken up again. He throws it up, and it is going to be incomplete. Maybe just want to see him throw the ball away there on 2nd and on 1st and 10. Live to see another down. Here we see him hit the dig, and that was perfectly in time. Perfectly in structure. This is more of the plays you want to see. And he's going to hit the dig again right there. Maybe took a little bit too long in the pocket. Right now, he's reminding me a little bit of Caleb Williams, if you guys watched that Bears-Vikings game, where kind of holds onto the ball too long, forces passes sometimes, maybe doesn't play as in structure as he should. 2nd and 10 after that complete screen pass. Obviously a Caleb Williams comparison isn't a bad comparison as you see him miss that screen pass, which is also something we saw Caleb Williams do last night. Pocket blown up immediately this time. Dante's going to try to find time to get to the end zone. He does not find it there. As I was saying, Caleb Williams is not a bad comparison to have. As he rips that down the seam, that is a beautiful pass. That is by far the best pass we've seen him have. And now we're going to see him hit the screen here. That is going to go for the first down. We see him bail from a clear pocket again, wherein he should, but he's going to scramble for the first down here. As he tries to jump over a defender, don't really want to see that. Now, Dante Selvia is a little bit different of a recruiting battle as Matt Abel. He's not as sought after as Matt Abel is, being a 3-star in Chicago. Not sure why. Maybe he's just undiscovered. Obviously, it's not a small town, so you'd think someone would be, heard of him. But right now, we are in the lead and hopefully can stay in the lead and get him on our team. Right now, Jordan Maltese is our starting quarterback, but he has not performed well for us really at all. About 40 seconds left here. We see Dante Selvia trying to buy some time, bailing in the pocket. Being from Chicago, maybe he is watching some Caleb Williams games. Assuming he's a Bears fan, as we flip it to the receiver there, and that's going to be a touchdown. That ended up being a touchdown, even though that wasn't really Dante Silvia's, job there. And that ball is complete after he tests single coverage that time. His receivers are coming to help him out this game. Here we see him throw into double coverage, but that is going to be sailed out of bounds. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, this tape is screaming Caleb Williams last night against the Vikings to me. Let's see how much fire zone they're throwing at us. That's pretty much all Flores ran last night. This time we try to see him, attack single coverage, but the pressure there was too much. This time he's going to take his check down. Best way to beat the blitz. Gain of 5. We're going to see kind of a slants concept there, and that is going to be a gain of 4. They convert on third down, so it is 1st and 10. And then we see him try to get the tight end there, but the pressure was too fast. Definitely would like to see him get rid of the ball faster. As we see him pump fake there and try to hit the zig, but it was incomplete as pressure was in his face again. Slant is open this time. This time Dante hits it. That is going to be enough for the first down. 1st and 10. Going to try to throw that slant. That is a dangerous throw, but he was able to make it. Now marching their way downfield. Test single coverage one more time. That is something he clearly is liking to do. Who knows? Maybe that wide receiver is his best friend. This time we hit the end route. That is going to be enough for the first down. This time it is a blitz that he does not see. No one is able there to pick it up. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. 4 rushes this time. He has time to get the ball out, and that is a first down. Right now, I would say that his biggest knock is decision making and, passing against the blitz. He's going to keep the ball this time and go out of bounds right before the sticks. They struggled earlier in red zone, pretty much goal line formation, goal line situation. So let's see what they can do here as he tries to force the slant. 3rd and 1. Wide receiver in motion. Let's see what they can do here. He doesn't see anybody. He's going to try to make something happen and throw an interception. That is definitely forcing it when he didn't have to. They were up by 3. Zips like what they saw, though, as well as Bowling Green, Arkansas State, Eastern Michigan, Middle Tennessee, who we just faced, the Broncos we just faced. A lot of Conference USA and MAC teams like what they saw from him. He drops down to his 2-star, though, for the time being. And next week, we are going to face Missouri State. They are our rival. We see Jacob Clark has 8 touchdowns to 2 interceptions on the year. This is a game that we're going to be facing annually. They are a protected rival of us. So hopefully we are able to win. The lore in the rivalry right now is both teams are even. No team has won more than the other. 24 games. It has been 12 wins to 12 wins. So this game will decide who has the most wins in rivalry history. This should be a fun one. This is going to be a game that we're going to spend a lot more time on. Going to be pretty much treat it like a one game episode. We're going to see every single play, and we're going to, this is a game that every single year we're going to face, put a lot of attention on. So that should be very exciting. I know this episode was rather quick and it took a little bit longer to get out, so I appreciate everyone who is watching this. Make sure to go click on the other videos if you have missed it, and make sure to like and subscribe, all the good things. I'm trying to get as much content out for you guys and, improve where I can. So I'm having a lot of fun with this series. I'm having a lot of fun editing this. This is kind of a series that I wanted to do for a long time, so I'm having a blast. I hope everyone is enjoying it. Let me know if you guys liked the high school film, if that's something that you guys want to see in the future, and I can definitely make that happen. Every recruiting class, maybe we take a look at 1 or 2 players, do a road to glory for them. Just some ideas, but in the meantime, hope you guys have a good day. See you later.